Hey YouTube, Carrotwick here, bringing you all my number 2 Ninja Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile for December 2022 with the latest special Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set, Battles of Legend Crystal Revenge. We were given the new fake number, which is number 2, Ninja Shadow Mosquito. This card focuses on being able to set up hallucination counters on your opponent's monsters, and then hitting for battle damage as well with that monster. I figured it'd be fun to mix and match the Ninja Xyz monster with the Ninja deck, just for more of a fun playstyle to use the two together, since Ninja Shadow Mosquito does have Ninja in its card name. So when you're locked out of the extra deck, except for Ninja monsters, you can still make your number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito and make use of some of the other level 2 monsters that I'm running in the deck to help with getting this card out. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for the main deck, Ninja Monsters, I am running 3 Mitsu, the Insect Ninja, one of the easier cards to help to get out number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito, since it is a level 2 monster. You don't need any insects or anything like that for that number monster, just 2 or more level 2 monsters. If you control a ninja card or a face down defense position monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can target one face down defense position monster you control, change it to face up defense position. If you do change this card to face down defense position, then if the targeted monster was a ninja monster except Mitsu, the Insect Ninja, negate the opponent's activated effect. You're going to use each effect of Mitsu once per turn, so you do have the effect negation that Mitsu provides, but also just being able to have that special summon setup by controlling another ninja monster gives you the overlay needed to summon out your number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito that much more easily. I also still run the 3 Grandmaster Hanzo with this card. When it's normal summon, you can add 1 ninjutsu art card from your deck to your hand. And when this card is flip summon or special summon, you can add 1 ninja monster from your deck to your hand. So it's search power. Being able to have the special summon option with Hanzo or flipping it face up gives you a face down setup that you can even just special summon Mitsu from your hand for. But being able to then flip this card up to add a ninja monster can give you the Mitsu search to then just special summon that way as well. You have this setup ready to go and a level 2 monster ready to use also. I also run 3 Upstart Golden Ninja. When once per turn, you can send 1 trap from your hand to the graveyard to special summon 1 level 4 lower ninja monster from your deck in face up defense position or face down defense position. Once again, a lot of this special summon setup for this deck focuses on getting out Mitsu, just being able to be used with some of the other cards that I run in the deck for summoning out your number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito. I also run 2 Yellow Ninja with this card. If it's normal summon or flip face up, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower ninja monster from your hand in attack position or face down defense position. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except for ninja monsters. So once again, it's not really a lockout for the extra deck because number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito is a ninja monster, and we have some other extra deck options to go into that are ninja as well. Just 2 though, since the other ones don't really lock us out of any summons. That's why I want to focus more on those ones, but still a 2 of count if you do open up the other Mitsu and you just want another extra resource on the field. For some of the lower numbers for the ninjas, I also run 1 Tobari the Sky Ninja and 1 Baku the Beast Ninja. If this card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, you can special summon Baku onto the field, and then you can target 1 ninja or ninjutsu art card from your graveyard or face up spell and trap card zone, except Baku, return it to the hand, letting you reuse those ninja cards. And with Tobari, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. The turn with special summon or flip face up. You can only use each of the following effects of Tobari once per turn. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon 1 ninja monster from your hand in face up or face down defense position, and during your opponent's main phase or battle phase, you can fusion summon 1 ninja fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. So you do have the option to go into Maizan the Battle Ninja with this deck as well. You can also just tribute with Maizan, but having Tobari as a fusion option comes in handy as well with our resources we may have for this card being able to fusion summon from the extra deck using monsters from our hand as well. And then for the monsters to special summon out with our ninjutsu trap cards, I do run the 1 Twilight Ninja Jowgen as a more bigger boss monster to summon out, but also the Black Dragon Ninja being a beast monster and Apex Avion being a wing beast monster. For the summons, definitely help with the ninjutsu art cards to special summon them out onto the field using our other ninja monsters. As for an additional lineup to run to help with the number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito, I was thinking of monsters to run just for level 2 options, thought of some other insect ones, but a lot of them don't really work with the actual ninja cards, so I decided to go with the Sprite lineup, just being level 2 monsters that can be easily special summoned and searched out. So 3 Sprite Blue for the monster search. If you control a level or rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So if you just control your Mitsu the Insect Ninja, you can special summon your Sprite Blue out into the field and get another monster search. I also run the 2 Sprite Jet for the spell and trap card search, and the 1 Sprite Red and the 1 Sprite Carrot. If you don't have Sprite Blue, I know it's more of a pricey card to run in the deck. You can always increase your numbers of Jet, Carrot, and Red, putting in 3 Jet, 2 Carrot, and 2 Red to replace the Sprite Blue options. It just comes down to being monsters that are easy to special summon to work with our other level 2 monsters, with, like I said, Mitsu being an easy setup card, and then just an easy way for you to special summon out the Sprite engine onto the field for you to overlay into your go-to Ninja Shadow Mosquito. And that is it for the main deck monsters. We'll now move on to the spells. I run 2 of the Hidden Village of Ninjutsu Arts. If a ninja monster is summoned to your field, you can target 1 ninja monster or 1 ninjutsu art card in your graveyard, add to your hand. You cannot activate card or effects of the same name for the rest of this turn. And if a ninja monster or ninjutsu art card you control will be destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can banish 1 ninja monster from your graveyard instead. You can only use each effect of Hidden Village of Ninjutsu Arts once per turn, but what's great about this is it can protect your number 2. Once this card, it cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from battles involving this card, but being able to also protect this card via card effects thanks to your Ninjutsu Arts Hidden Village makes it all the better to run. I also run 2 Ninjutsu Art Notebook. Once per turn, you can send 1 ninjutsu or 1 ninja monster from your hand to the graveyard to send 1 Ninjutsu Art spell or trap directly from your deck, except for Notebook, so you can even set up your field spell with this card just by being able to send another ninja monster from your hand to the graveyard. I also run the 1 Ninjutsu Art of Notebook of Mystery. You really only need the 1 if your opponent controls a card. You can set up to 1 ninja monster and up to 1 ninjutsu art spell from this card, except for Ninjutsu Art Notebook of Mystery, with that being able to set up 1 ninja monster and 1 ninjutsu art card. For this card, these cards come from your deck and or graveyard, but you can only come 1 from each, and if this set card on the field is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field and change it to face-down defense position. So I only run the 1 because you have to have that graveyard set up to begin with, so early on you won't have as much of a good of a setup with this card, but it can still be set up on the field with some of the other spells we run. I also run the 1 Armor Ninjutsu Art of Alchemy, the 1 Ninjutsu Art Tool Iron Digger for the rest of the Ninjutsu Art cards for the spells to search out, and also the 1 Reinforcements of the Army, since Golden Ninja and Hanzo are both warrior monsters, making it easy search. Mitsu is an insect, and the Sprite monsters are thunder, so it really be the only search you go for, but still great setup to search for. And the last of the spells just being 2 Sprite starters, so you have another special summon option. You don't really use life points much for anything in the deck, so being able to get out your other Sprite monsters and have additional searches, just having that 1 Sprite Blue to search out a monster can be the overlay needed to go into your number 2 as well. And then as for the traps, we're running the Ninjutsu Art lineup. So 2 Ninjutsu Art of Transformation. You activate this card by attributing a face-up ninja monster and special summoning a beast, wing beast, or insect monster from your hand or deck whose level is less than or equal to the attributed monster on the field, +3. And when this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. So you could potentially go for an insect monster if you had the level 3 option to minus down from the level 5 to go into Mitsu with this card, but you're just going for the bigger boss monsters in this deck, being Black Dragon Ninja and Apex Avion. I also run the 1 Dancing Leaves for more protection by targeting a ninja monster or face-down defense position monster on the field, attributing it, and special summoning a ninja from your deck. So this has quicker access to your Mitsu on the field. 1 Shadow Ceiling to block other zones from being used by banishing that monster. And lastly, just the hand trap of choice being 3 Infinite Impermanence, because this being a trap, it can work with Upstart Golden Ninja for the special summon. And now moving on to the extra deck, I have 1 copy of number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito. It needs 2 or more level 2 monsters. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no battle damage involving this card. All monsters your opponent control must attack if able. When an attack is declared, you can activate 1 of these effects. You can detach 1 material from this card. If you do, place 1 hallucination counter on 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. This effect, if any of monsters with hallucination counters are required, or you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of 1 monster with the hallucination counter. So this can hit for some pretty big burn damage damage. And like I said, with it not being able to be destroyed by battle, the more monsters you have, the more you may have to crash into your opponent's monsters to destroy them, but then they'll just be taking more attack, burn damage with the hallucination counter you initially put on with the Shadow Mosquito. I also run 2 Blade Armor Ninja. If you wanted to drop down this card to a 2 of count, once per turn you can detach 1 Xyz from this card to target a ninja monster you control. It can make up to a second attack during each battle phase. What I like about Blade Armor Ninja and the Ninja Shadow Mosquito is you can have your Ninja Shadow Mosquito attack twice. You won't take any battle damage with this card, and it can't be destroyed by battle, giving you the option for the first hallucination token and then also the second attack with it to be able to then hit for that damage. Blade Armor Ninja is very, very useful for that. If you want to add in a second Ninja Shadow Mosquito, you can take out one of the generic lineup that I run for the rest of the extra deck. I do run the 1 Gigantic Sprite just as another access for the level 2s. It does shut you out of your bigger level monsters, but you can still special summon out Mitsu if you open up the Sprite engine with the rest of the cards to go into, and I'll show one of the plays you can use with the Sprite monsters also doing so at the end of the turn. I also run the 1 Gaga Cowboy and the 1 Excalibur. If you were to run a second Mosquito, you can take out one of these 2 cards for a second copy of this card. And for the Link monsters, I run 2 Ninja Grandmaster Saizo. During your main phase, you can set 1 Ninjutsu Art Spell or Trap directly from your deck. You can only use this effect of Saizo once per turn, and when this card points to an opponent's monster, that card cannot be targeted for an attack. Also, you cannot target it with card effects. More protection, even if this setup were to be for your number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito. It can't be destroyed by battle, but just even more protection on top of the field spell as well. I also run the 1 Sprite Sprint for graveyard setup and the 1 Sprite Elf for getting level 2 monsters back onto the field. And for the other Link monsters, I run 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Barricade Board Blocker, and 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, with the last monsters for the extra deck being 2 Maizen the Battle Ninja. The fusion monster you can go into for the tribute, just need 2 monsters being ninjas with different types. So you have the insect option with your Mitsu and any of the other warrior monsters, or even the lineup with our Baku the Beast Ninja or Tabari the Sky Ninja. As for some of the go-to plays in the deck, like I said before, having Mitsu as your setup, whether you go for the set with one of your ninjas and then being able to special summon out your Mitsu, can be that initial setup needed, or even just the 1 additional Sprite monster can give you those resources on the field. So if you special summon out your Mitsu and you have one of your Sprite monsters, if it's either blue or jet, it'll be better because then you'll have those monsters to use for the resources. So you can special summon out blue, and then with that, use that search to search out your Jet, special summon Jet, and then Jet will search out the starter. You can activate starter, you will take the burn damage, but giving you 1 additional Sprite monster on the field. With that, you have your setup of the set ninja on the field, and then also your other Sprite monsters. You can use your Mitsu along with one of your other Sprite monsters on the field to overlay into the Ninja Shadow Mosquito. And then with that, you have your 2 additional level 2 monsters and the potential to tribute your Ninja Shadow Mosquito for cards like Sprite Red or Sprite Care if the emergency falls down to it. But then the first attack will be the detach to put the hallucination token on your opponent's monster, and then with that you have the play to attack with this, and then the 2 additional monsters that you set up on the field for the additional burn damage that you'll inflict to your opponent. If you have the additional ninja monster on the field, the following turn you could do the play I spoke before, having the Hanzo search, and then being able to add a ninja monster from your deck to your hand. So you could potentially add another Mitsu to special summon out on the field. With that, you can also use the Mitsu and another monster. What's great about that and that setup, or even the level 4 monster to normal summon out to go for the Blade Armor Ninja play to give your Ninja Shadow Mosquito 2 additional, the 2 attacks for that turn. If you have your Mitsu and also, let's say, one of your go-tos just being another ninja, you can even just use the 2 of them on the field to go into your Sprite Elf, since it just needs 2 monsters, including a level, rank, or link 2 monster. Then you can use the Sprite Elf to special summon the Mitsu back onto the field as well. With that play, setting up your ninja monster, and then having that additional resource to go into to get you additional ninjas each of the following turns, and being able to set up your level 2 monster over and over again. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, this was a crazy deck idea I had when I just saw that number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito had ninja in its name to make it work with those cards. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira Twig out.